I'm Caitlin Gomez here at the GBTA broadcast studio with my co-host, Gabe Rizzi from Travel Leaders. Good to see you, Gabe.
Same here.
And we are very lucky to be joined by Johnny Thorson from Mezi. Nice to see you, Johnny.
Very nice to see you.
Thank you for joining us. So tell us about Mezi.
So Mezi is a brand new product that's been launched at GBTA, and we're basically a personal travel assistant in your pocket. We are an AI bot in terms of how we describe ourselves. That's short for artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. And then we are a chatbot. So instead of filling out old forms in browsers, you literally talk with us in freestyle messaging. Mm-hmm. So you have a conversation with Mezi, and Mezi will find what you need and deliver it back to you.
And Johnny, you started in consumer shopping. Why travel? What was the migration to travel?
So when the Mezi bot was launched as an original kind of concierge shopping bot, something interesting happened. Within a very short period, more than half of all search conversations gravitated to travel. So it became very clear that people actually wanted to use Mezi to buy or find travel. And last year in September, the decision was made to kind of go all in on travel and make that the priority.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to see how it comes in handy for the business traveler, but what about for the travel manager? Do you provide the managers visibility into travelers' interactions with their personal assistant, give them data?
So we just launched and we're at a very early stage, but currently we have a few capabilities that are corporate relevant, more will come. For instance, it is possible for an assistant to use Mezi to book for others. Mm-hmm. So you can literally be the old style assistant and deliver service to other people via the Mezi platform. On the back end, you have visibility of who is traveling, where they are, so very basic kind of travel management capabilities. But going forward, we're going to try and innovate in that area as well and move away from the old black and white travel policy world and come up with a much more dynamic and flexible policy.
And Johnny, you conducted a survey of about 500 business travelers. What did you learn from that?
So we definitely learned that there's a lot of kind of frustration with the current travel booking services. People feel that they're kind of inadequate, they're not understanding your needs at a personal level. A great example, if I ask for a flight at 3 p.m., I actually do not want to see 7 a.m. flights. Yeah. If I have for 10 years flown out of San Francisco and I've never flown before 1 p.m. and the systems know that, why do they keep showing me 7 a.m. flights? Yeah. It makes no sense. Right. So travelers are tired of repeating themselves and not getting the result they want.
Mm-hmm. We're hearing that again and again. That seems to be an ongoing theme of giving people what they want in the way that they want it. And that's where I think Mezi really comes in handy, because the personal assistant kind of becomes very intuitive and you pay attention to the traveler. So the traveler really feels like someone knows them, but it's a technology versus a person. So it's kind of like you're helping marry that. And I can see that working really well in a travel agency environment as well, where they kind of use it as a tool to help them customize a little bit better for their clients using technology, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and another great example, right? If you have personal interests, it doesn't matter if you're on a business trip or a private trip. If I like sports or museums, that applies on all trips, right? If I had put that into my profile today in the traditional kind of GDS world, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Nobody has time to read it or apply it. It will not influence any search I do. But that's where we're able with the AI technology to actually identify your interest and then match that into the final search results. So we will try and find a hotel that's near a museum, if that's what your interest is. And that can only be done really with automation. It's not possible with human. It's just too much work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's really where I think AI will change our travel experience dramatically.
Johnny, Travel Leaders Group is a fierce advocate of technology and innovation, which is why when we saw this concept of Innovation Row, we were so excited about it. Tell us about that experience a little bit. What was that like?
So I have to say, a big thank you for sponsoring Innovation Row, and the traffic we've been getting, and I think the other participants in Innovation Row, it's been phenomenal. And the concept of multiple startups in a row actually means we all get more business, right? Because somebody will come to see one and then they see the other.
Yeah.
So
that was the whole point.
Yeah. No, the concept has worked.
You brought it right home for me, Johnny. Yep. You did my job for me.
It's worked perfect.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to us. And I'm personally am really excited to see where Mezi goes now that you're in our space and how you change things and bring it forward.
Thank you very much. And it's been fantastic to be here, and we'll come back.
On behalf of Gabe and I, thank you so much for joining us. And from the GBTA broadcast studio, we'll see you next time.